If you've ever run a Facebook ads campaign, you typically will be frustrated because they're hard to run and to get results. And if you have run an ebook or a cheat sheet or lead magnet campaign wanting to get people to download that ebook and then get that lead and follow them up and call them and convert them into a client, it's typically quite hard. And today I have a case study where I'm going to show you a real live campaign that's working now. It's doing very well, but I'm going to teach you why it's doing well. Because as you probably have experienced, if you've run this yourself, that it's quite hard to get these campaigns to work. But when they do work, they can literally grow your business and scale your business out. So let's have a look at the Facebook Ads Manager and let's have a look at this campaign and let me explain to you how it'll work. So let's go to my desktop here and you can see that here's a campaign. And let's start at the right. So you can see here where my cursor is just hovering over. You can see the cost per lead is $1.84. That's pretty cheap. You know, typically you'd be expecting $5 to $20 per lead for an ebook or some sort of download. Now, if you look at how many leads we generated in a 7-day period, so last week, 7-day period, we generated 38 leads at $1.84. I can tell you that's $10 a day. So this client is spending just $10 a day. They've generated 38 leads at $1.84 per lead. That is very good. If we divide the landing page, the leads divided by the landing page view, what you'll find is it's about a 50% conversion rate. Now, typically you might have a 10 or 15 or 20% conversion rate. So this conversion rate is very, very high. And then over here, you'll see the click-through rate is 2.79. Now, typically we want a 1% click-through rate. So what a 1% click-through rate really means is that for every 100 people that see the ad, one person actually clicks the ad. And if one person's doing that, then that's awesome. We have almost 3 people doing so 3 times the click-through rate we want. And so those numbers there just tell us, wow, it's a really good campaign. So I'm going to explain why, but before we do, let's go and look at the ad set. So what's an ad set? An ad set is kind of the audience that we're showing it to, and there's a whole bunch of parameters that we have to set up. And so if I show you these parameters here, if we just scroll down, so you can see we're in the ad set, and we scroll down, there's a few key things here. One is I'm showing this ad to the United States, I'm showing it to females, and I'm showing it to females aged between 40 to 55 who are also small business owners or who appear to be small business owners. Now, why is this? It's because the lead magnet that we are showing is basically an ebook that says how to get your husband's attention. And this is the perfect prospect of my client. And so he has a good understanding, but what we had to do is come up with a lead magnet that actually really hit the problem that women are having and really articulate it really well. I'm going to show you how we did that. But before we do, just go down here to placements. You can see that there's 2 options. There's advantage and manual placements. Never go advantage because advantage makes you choose audience network here. And we don't want audience network. Audience network is a way for Facebook to make money off you and not give you a lead, okay? It's basically it in a nutshell. So always take audience network off. The audience network are all the mobile apps that Facebook puts its ads on and websites. And those platforms don't really get more leads for you. You just show them, you waste money and you don't get leads. So the next thing I want to do is just click down here on the ad itself. So this is the ad. And you can see now we have the ad. And so I want to go through this ad with you. So if you look here, how to get your husband's attention. That's the name of the ebook. We're targeting that woman aged between 40 and 55 who are small business owners. Now, this is a major problem for many women. And just as a side note, my wife saw this ebook and she said, "Oh, Marlon, I can see why that's a problem." And I said, "What do you mean?" So hopefully that was just a joke. But she got it. As soon as she saw it, she got this issue that women kind of fight for their husband's attention if they're in business or have work or have kids because they're always just a bit aloof, right? But I don't want it to sound like a small problem. It is a major problem. And you know how I know it's a major problem? I know because it's $1.84 to get a female, to download this ebook. They are signing up like you wouldn't believe when typically an ebook download might be $10 in the business world. And so it's a major problem. Now, my client understood that. We were able to articulate that in the ebook. So whatever is inside this ebook is irrelevant because we now have these people's phone numbers and email addresses, and some of them have already booked in appointments to speak to him to sign up for his coaching program. And so I can tell you the contents of his ebook is good, but it's not the most important part. The most important part is this cover here. If you can look at this ebook here, you can see that the actual text, the headline, the value proposition is readable on a Facebook ad. So you have to make sure that the headline can be read so people can actually see what they're going to get. That's one of the top tips. The other thing that's really important is that when you do give someone something on Facebook to download, that they have to really want it. It's not just like, oh, it's a nice or you like it. They have to get it. And if you don't provide them with a giveaway or an ebook that is just so attractive to them, they're not going to click and your cost per lead is going to go up. And now, if you look at this ad, there's a couple of things that you should notice here. One is typically I will split test 3 to 5 different primary texts to see which one's best. And I will split test, 5 headlines to see which one works best. But I didn't this time. Why? Because I didn't think Facebook would approve this ad. If you look here, the opening line says, "Attention all wives, are you feeling ignored, disconnected, or frustrated in your marriage?" That's very personal, and Facebook doesn't like you to be personal. It doesn't like to say, "Hey you, do you have a migraine? Hey you, are your teeth sore? Hey you, are you stressed?" It doesn't like that because it's very personal, and Facebook doesn't want people to look at an ad and think, "Wow, that's a bit personal. It's a bit confronting." And I didn't think this would be approved. So instead of split testing, what I did is I wrote one ad copy and one headline, and I put it in, I submitted it expecting it to be disapproved, and it wasn't disapproved, it wasn't rejected. And so the ad started flowing in, and I'm not split testing at this point because you don't fix what's not broke. When you're getting leads at $1.84, you don't need to make it better. So what will happen is eventually the cost per lead will go up, and that's when I'll start split testing. So that's kind of the reasons why this is doing really well. And I want to encourage you that out of this whole case study, what you need to understand is if you don't nail the problem that your prospect is having in your ad and describe it, then they won't care about your ad. They don't. They're there on Facebook to watch cat videos and see what their friends are doing and get jealous about the person down the road who has a new BMW. They're not interested in your business. But if you can call out their problem, they will be interested. There's a great quote that says by a psychologist called White Woodsmore. And he says, if you can articulate someone's problem better than they can, they'll automatically and unconsciously credit you with having the solution. And that's the key to the perfect Facebook ad. And that's what we did on this ad. We said how to get your husband's attention. One of the top problems that many wives are having, and they have responded with downloading that ebook. And so that's the best thing I can leave you with today. If you have any ideas in the comments below around this, just write in what you think you could do for your business. Just tell us what business you're in and what the lead magnet could be, and I will give you some advice. I'll be pretty critical because I'll let you know whether it'll work or not, because I've done this many times before, and I know that most things we come up with, our clients don't care about. So put it in there, and if you do want help with your Facebook ads or your online marketing, click the button around this video and book a call with me. I'd love to spend a bit of time with you to see if I can help you. I can't help everyone, but if I can, I'll let you know how I can help you. I'll give you a few tips to point you in the right direction either way, and I'd love to chat. So book a call and I'll speak to you soon.